Hi, this is Gio again, and I'm still working on my air conditioner project. I just installed this air conditioner, and everything works successfully. I installed it, I removed the old one, put the new one in, but I still have one last thing to do. In removing the old one, I had to remove the existing caulk that was around the old one, and now I'm kind of left with gaps. I'm not sure if you can see that. You can see kind of the air all the way through. So I would like to seal that up with new caulk. And what I did was to purchase just this window and door caulk from Ace here, and this is what I'm going to install. So whether if you just buy these prepackaged tubes, or if you have a caulk gun with a circular tube, they all kind of work generally the same. This one I'm just going to squeeze with my hand, the other one you just kind of squeeze with a lever. But the first step is to cut the tip to the size you need for your project. If you're just doing a really thin bead, you just cut the tip, just the very tip. And if you need a thicker bead, you would cut it lower. But here it's not too bad. I'll probably just below this mark, and then so I could just fit it out. And what I like to do is I just grab a razor blade, and then I don't like to cut it straight down. I like to cut it at an angle, and that way you have a little bit more control. But when you cut it at an angle, you're making a slightly bigger hole, so you just have to account for that. So I'll show you how that's. So I just have a cutting board because I don't want to ruin any of my little furniture here, but I just kind of pick the size and cut it at an appropriate angle. And you can see it's kind of at a little angle there, if you could see that. And that's how I'm going to apply the caulk. When applying caulk, it's really a two-part job. You're just not putting a bead and leaving it as is. Most professionals and amateurs, like myself, actually spread it once you put a bead, you actually spread it out. What I like to do is just get a wet paper towel and then use my finger. So I'll demonstrate. I'm doing this with one hand because I'm holding the camera. So I'm applying a bead of caulk. I won't go all the way, but I wet my finger with the wet paper towel and just lightly go over it, and then just discard the remainder in the paper towel. And that is a reasonable caulking job. So let me just finish up the remainder of the air condition, and I'll be right back. One other note is, if you do a long bead, I would probably take your wet finger and remove little by little. You don't want to get too much residue on your finger, or you'll just spread the caulk, and kind of widen the bead and get a result that you don't really like. So each time you just dab your finger on the wet towel, you swipe, remove the caulk, dab again until you've completed your line. Okay, so here's the finished result, and I just want to make note that some individuals, especially professionals who do this quite a bit, just like to just put the bead without going over it with their finger. They become so good that really the beveled end just basically does all their work for them. But I really do like to use a wetted finger to push it in and give it a finished look. It not only provides that more finished look, but it also pushes the caulk deeper into the crevice and really seals it up well. So that's the project for the day. Thank you very much.